Yeah. Welcome to the first episode of the Chicago Sports Podcast with your host, King Martini. Today, on our very first journey into the Chicago Sports Podcasting realm, we're going to talk about this huge signing that the White Sox have made with their top prospect, Eloy Jimenez, former Cub. And first off, let's just get this out the way. I am a Cub fan. I'm a Cub fan through and through. I was there through the bad times, there through the good times as of these moments, these wonderful moments. I think the Cubs are going to win the World Series, but that's just me. But I'm not a White Sox hater. And I don't understand why, if you're a fan of baseball, which I am just like a humongous fan of baseball. And I don't understand why you would have to like this phantom allegiance of, well, you gotta like one team or the other. No, you can like both teams, all right? It doesn't necessarily make you less Chicago. I mean, I'm from Chicago. I love this beautiful city. And I think that the whole, like, oh, well, you can't be a fan of the Cubs and a fan of the White Sox at the same time. Now, fuck it. Half my family's fans. Half my family loves the White Sox. Half my family loves the Cubs, okay? It's no big deal, all right? Now, I really don't know how to take this, this signing, okay? It looks like, if everything goes well, this is going to be like $77 million spent. If, it's got like a guarantee of like $43 million. Now, I mean, this is a big gamble. This could probably be like the trend-setting contract signing in the history of baseball, of locking up super touted, highly touted prospects at a young age and having them play through until they become free agents at a cost, at cost safe, it's cost, it's like safety. Cost safety, basically. If Eloy becomes like a superstar, I mean, you're getting him at a rock bottom price. You're getting him at dirt cheap. They took out all of his arbitration years and stuff. He's getting a contract. I don't know the way that his salary is structured. I don't know the way his contract's structured. But I'm pretty sure that, like, he has, like, the big money towards the end of his contract and stuff. This could be unprecedented. This could set the bar. So, like, I really don't know how to, like, take it. It could be a good thing. It could be a great thing. It could be an unbelievably awesome thing. But then again, I mean, people don't seem to remember. They just look at, like, he's a second-rate prospect in all of baseball. They seem to look at, like, his prospect ranking, but a lot of people seem to forget that when he first came out, people were saying that he was Jorge Soler. He was like the second coming of Jorge Soler, and that was like a perfect comparison. And I mean, you really can't like tell me that he doesn't still look like a Jose Soler type of freaking player. Believe it or not, okay? Now, I'm not too big on everything that these White Sox have done lately with their prospects and stuff, because it seems like every single one of their prospects, the White Sox supposedly has like the greatest farm system in the universe, the universe, in the history of time, and all these prospects are like either busting or they're injured or they're not as good as everyone says, thinks they're going to be. The Red Sox obviously won the Chris Sale trade because Moncada, and yes, Moncada's 23 years old. He's a bust, okay? He's not going to be this player that everyone says was going to be like the second base version of Mike Trout. He's not. He's just not. And Kopech, I mean, he's getting, maybe he might be good. Maybe he might be their freaking reliever. Their reliever of the future, their closer. You just don't know, okay? The guy throws hard, but it's like, I mean, you gotta think that with all that torque that he's putting on his freaking elbow, he's not gonna blow his arm out again. And, Chris Sale's a freaking superstar, and honestly, they should have been getting more than Moncada and Kopech and whatever filler else they got in that damn trade, okay? And you look at the way that the White Sox have been drafting, and I mean, Zach Collins is a bust, okay? He walks a lot, but I mean, Dunning, he's done for the year, and Berger, he's a bust, and I'm not too high on like anything that these White Sox are doing, and I don't really put like their prospects on like this high pedestal that a lot of other people do. But getting back to Eloy, this has to mean that he's going to be like playing in like the major leagues next year, and this year, and I don't necessarily know if this is going to make like the White Sox. I mean, the Central is a horrible division this year. Could the White Sox push for like a third place finish? Who knows? I mean, so much good has to go for the White Sox, and you also have to think that like this signing, it like is like fallout from the whole fiasco of like the Manny Machado thing and how they pretty much basically played the White Sox fans. And I mean, even the White Sox fans, you got to admit that you got played on that, because they kept saying how they were going to be a player and they're offering all this money and stuff, and then all it was like low ball offers. And I mean, I felt bad for White Sox fans, I really did. But that's Jerry Reinsdorf for you, and it's really not good. And I don't want to crap all over White Sox fans, because I mean, they've kind of had it rough these last few years and stuff, and I'm looking for a glimmer of hope for them, and I'm hoping Eloy becomes something, man. I'm hoping Eloy becomes like a top 10 player in all of Major League Baseball. The one thing that like scares me is people are basing this contract. Well, it's we're kind of like comparing it to Chris Bryant's contract. Chris Bryant won a Rookie of the Year and an MVP. It is like you can't compare Eloy's contract with anything that Chris Bryant has done, because Chris Bryant is a proven superstar. He is a top 10 player in all of baseball, and it's like those are such strong comparisons that you can't do this to this poor kid, okay? He's 22 years old. Don't say, oh, well, he's going to be our Chris Bryant. No, he's not. He's going to be Eloy Jimenez. And if you can get, 20 home runs and, 60 walks, you're going to get at least 100 strikeouts from this kid. Don't ruin this kid and try to compare him to like one of the best players of the game. I mean, I'm first off, I'm going to be shocked if Eloy next year is, hitting 50 home runs. He's not. I mean, does he have the talent? I don't know, man. I kind of... Well, one thing is, like, I've been, like, I prospect. It's, like, I love, like, I love looking at, like, the, like, prospects for the Cubs, for the White Sox and stuff. It's fun because it's like, hey, maybe you could project somebody and all this other stuff. And I don't really see Jimenez being anything better than Soler. I really don't, man. And has Soler, has he busted out? No, he's a good player. I mean, he's not a great player. I see Eloy being a great player. I don't see him being an elite player. I just don't think he's not going to put up what he's not going to do like an Aaron Judge and stuff. First off, Aaron Judge was really, really, really seasoned in the minor leagues, and he was given every chance to develop. I think he came in as like a 25-year-old or something, and I mean you're not going to get that because that guy was polished. He was polished to the point of Major League Base MLB production, and you're not going to get that from Soler because now you pretty much said, hey, here, this is your money, buddy. Go out there and freaking earn it. And I wouldn't seriously think that this money doesn't have an effect on Eloy, because he has, and I hate to say this, but he has the hope of a franchise riding on his back. And it's like, Jerry Reinsdorf, well, we gave you your money right now, man, so go out there and try to earn it. And I just don't know if I see that with him. I'm happy for White Sox fans. I'm just not sold on giving money to someone who has yet to play a inning of Major League Baseball. It's still 50-50 if this kid can hit Major League pitching. It's still 50-50 if this kid can terrorize pitchers, but then once there's a ton of tape on him, that the pitchers won't adapt to him and find his weaknesses and stuff. It's still 50-50 if he's a Major League Baseball player. I mean, you don't even know if he doesn't need some more seasoning in the minor leagues. I find it odd that they sent him down already. And then so this contract, now it's like, no, well, now you gotta now you can play in the major leagues because we got you, and we don't have to pull that crap, where you're out, you have to sit a couple weeks and stuff, and it's like, where are you gonna slot this kid in the lineup and stuff, and if you put him ahead of Abreu, I mean, that's some good protection. Yeah, maybe he can succeed. I just don't see him being. And another thing is like, I mean, they got him pegged for right field, and I don't necessarily know if his defense warrants him actually being an outfielder. I think his bat is the most important thing. Hey, I hope these White Sox can I hope this is a win for the White Sox. I really do. I hope this kid becomes like a 7-WAR player and does some good things, and it would be a special thing for the White Sox. It would be nice to have the White Sox have a homegrown superstar, even though he was pretty much developed by the Cubs and stuff. But it would be nice if they had that guy that hey, we got Eloy, and because I just don't see any of these other damn prospects outside of Dylan Cease, another player that was developed by the Cubs. I think Cease is going to be a pretty steady pitcher. I think Eloy is going to be good. I don't see him being. No, I think yeah, he's going to be good, and I think he'll have a couple great seasons. I don't see him being a Chris Bryant. I don't see him being a top 10 player in the league, but I see him being all right. It's like, I think he ends up like a fully developed Jorge Soler, and I mean, that really wouldn't be that bad. That'd probably be the best player on the White Sox. But then again, I really don't see any of these other prospects that these White Sox have. I mean, look at all these trades that Hahn made when Hahn pretty much basically just dropped everybody. I mean, come on, Giolito really. I mean, don't the White Sox have the pitching guru? Don't they have the guy that can change pitchers and turn them into these superstars and stuff? Well, where is it with Giolito? Maybe they should have gave money to Rondon, but that's just me, okay? I don't know what to tell you on that regard. I think Rondon, because of his agent, I think you're gonna see him get traded sooner than later. And I'm not really digging this whole small ball. We're a small, crap that the White Sox are pulling. Because your team in Chicago, you should be drawing people. There's a reason why people don't support the White Sox, and I don't necessarily think it has anything to do with the talent on the field. I think it has more to do with the scumbag owner that they have. But that's just me, okay? I honestly, I would be. Jerry Reinsdorf just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know about any other Chicago sports fan, but I think he's such a scumbag that he's made the White Sox. He has made the White Sox irrelevant ever since he was threatening to move him to like freaking Florida and stuff. It's like I just don't see. I see all the crap that he's done, and being a huge freaking player in the damn strike and stuff, and the white flag trade, and his history of redundance and neutering his very own team, and I see that more of a reason why a lot of like White Sox fans have pretty much basically given up on the White Sox more than the talent on the field. I mean, even when like the White Sox won the World Series, it's like, I mean, they had a great team that year. It's probably one of the biggest, if not, it's probably one of the greatest, like playoff teams you're ever gonna see. And Cub fan or no Cub fan, you got to give them their props when that happened, because I mean that team was dominating. I mean nothing beats how like Chris Berman was crying in the World Series when they everyone had the Red Sox sweeping the Cubs, or everyone had the Red Sox sweeping the White Sox in that World Series and stuff. And Chris Berman was basically crying on air when the White Sox pretty much like beat the living tar out of the damn Red Sox. I mean, that was good fun. That was good, clean fun. You can't beat that. And I want to say that, like, you had, like, this great team, and it was, like, even like, the year after, it was, like, I mean, the fans supported them for only, like, half a year. And then you get this. I mean, what the hell did they even name the damn field? What is it? It's like they named it after like a motel and stuff. It's like if you buy 2 tickets, do you get like like a free fucking room for a day or something? I don't know. And I think the Cubs problem or the White Sox problem is more the owner than it is talent on the field, because after everything that they traded and all these players, and you trade a Chris Sale, I mean, you're in for a pretty long rebuild. And the best thing is letting these kids develop, and I mean, these kids, most of these players that the White Sox have are busting out. And, you got to go back to the drawing board. Do I think the White Sox are going to be good? Yes, I think they're going to be good. But probably in, like, about maybe 5 or 6 years. I don't see them that good, like, anytime soon. I mean, all these kids that they have that are either injured or are proving that they're really not that good. And this Madrigal, this little, like, 5'2" guy that they drafted last year. I think he's I think he's an Augie Ojeda of the future. That's just me. All right, well, you know what? This podcast is hitting about 19 minutes. Tomorrow, we're going to do another podcast, and we're going to talk about these prospects, and we're going to give my opinion on them. Thank you for enjoying the very first Chicago Sports Podcast. I might have one coming about the Cubs in a little bit. You guys have a wonderful day. Go White Sox, go Cubs, go. But of course, go White Sox, go Chicago. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy this beautiful day. It's going to be 40 degrees out here and stuff. I got to fucking rake my damn leaves and stuff because, like, I didn't rake my leaves before it started snowing. Enjoy everything. And guys, thank you for supporting the podcast. See you soon.